Getting the massage from Heinke over here, always good. Anyway, just up before, I'm Lordmau5. On the couch, Yugachi helping me with commentary, and Heinke for something special later. So he doesn't know what's gonna come for him. And I guess we'll just go for it. I'll start the timer when the countdown in the stage reaches 0. And basically, yeah, that's it. Alright, and we're off. So first off, what you already noticed, Eurobeat, always good. And we're immediately doing what's called a multi-track drift, which you see over here. We're basically driving on both tracks. And for now, I don't really have anything to do over here, so we can just talk about the game. Yugachi?
Yeah, sure. Initial D, this game is based on Initial D, as you may see, with the Eurobeat and all the characters included in the game. And yeah, the creator Yunushi thought it would be funny if we could create a game about the Densha D manga, which is the parody of Initial D. And Initial D is about cars, and Densha D is about trains. So then Yunushi thought it would be funny if we create a game about it, and so here we are. And we have like 4 games, and the 5th in development. Maybe Dustin want to talk about it?
The first 4 games are in a custom engine in C++ called Selene, made by Yunushi as well. The 5th game is being made in Unity, which might improve things like technical issues like we had before. Other than that, yeah, at the top you see my cards. Currently the first one is light blue, which means I'm doing the multi-track, and the rest are green. They can have multiple states, but for now I quickly have to focus over here. Need to let go of gas. Then down here I need to switch back to my lane and jump into him. So we remain all the speed over here, otherwise we would need to brake. Because, as I mentioned, the cards, you can have different states. First state is obviously the driving state in which we are right now. Second state is that you derail, which means your cards can get back on track later on. And the third one is the so-called self-propelled impossibility, which means once that happens, your train will not get back on track anymore. It's derailed too strong. And other than that, we have some parts where we... Oh yeah, and the cards, basically green driving, yellow is, you should pay attention to that, and red is basically derailed. Important is that some cards can, like the further back cards can just stay red. The most important one is the first one. If that one isn't derailing, then it's fine. You'll see that in the next 2 stages.
Yes, we found some funny glitches to exploit that feature, because if your cards are red while you're in turns, you gain speed for some reason. So we exploit that in the next 2 stages, and it's actually hilarious. So to mention, if you hold acceleration, your speed is mainly locked to 160 kilometers per hour, but with the finny trick that we found, we exploit it and go over 200, and in some stages even faster.
Okay. So what I did here in this station is I braked a little bit, because you can have a chance, or like a high chance in this stage at least, that if you let go of gas, you will make it through with no problems. But in the other ones, there is a higher chance that you will not be able to do that and will derail. So over here, I'm changing the view modes. We're gonna bump into his train, so we will not derail in this corner, because otherwise we would need to slow down, and this is a speedrun. And we don't want that. So we just abused the system a bit, ramped into him. Can also do that over here.
Yeah, so what we figured out, if you're in sharp turns, normally you derail because you're too fast. But if you bump into your opponent, you don't lose any speed, even you gain speed, and you aren't derailing. So we're gonna exploit that.
There's another one coming up in just a minute. A few seconds. Which is also a very tight corner. And over there we are also doing the bump strat.
So yeah, you maybe ask, what is the difference between any percent and 100% category? So in any percent there are 4 main stages in this game and 3 bonus stages, and in 100% we try to unlock every stage and also unlock every train. Since you can beat stages and not unlock the train that is necessary, So we're gonna see the whole game and the whole potential of the game. And in 100% category, there's one single stage that is super funny to play. You will see why.
Other than that, we're really close to the finish. And since you saw it at the beginning, what I did, and throughout the whole stage, basically, the multi-track drifting, you probably saw the meme. And it's safe to assume that this, or rather the manga, is where this originates from. You'll see that in just a bit as well. So upcoming this corner. It looks like you would derail, but you can just go full speed. So over here they're mentioning he's going way too fast, he's going to fly off the corner. But that's fine, we can just go over here. And suddenly, multi-track drifting. Also a slight sound mod. Usually this cutscene is way shorter.
So yeah, if you modified the sound file, this cutscene gets longer as long as the sound file exists. So we just modified the file a bit, so to have fun, I guess. Okay. Once it's loading, there we go. This can sometimes happen as well, that sound click's not showing up. It's a good engine. Yeah.
So up next we have Nakazato. We didn't even talk about the characters, did we?
No, we didn't.
Okay, so the first one we raised was Keisuke Takahashi. And this one is Nakazato. What's his last name again? We forgot.
I don't know.
So over here we're using another strat. This time though, we're gonna be getting bumped by the handy guys up back. And you see we're going really fast now, right?
So usually this is equal to 210 kilometers right now.
Usually you're not supposed to be on par with him. Ah, okay, I messed it up.
So yeah, you have a tight chance to bump into him and overtake him. Since Yunuchi thought, yeah, this guy's scripted, you can't overtake him. But with these speed boosts and tricks that we found, it is actually possible to be in front of him. It roughly saves 10 seconds, but it's nothing to worry about if you don't hit it.
Well, the thing is, you later on need to break quite a bit so he can catch up, because we need some triggers so we can finish the stage as it's intended. We could also just go all the way to the end of the stage and finish it that way, which would be slower though. And
yeah, it's like 2 minutes slower.
Yeah, speedrun, we don't want to do that. So other than that, one very interesting thing is Nakazato has a RB26 car engine in his train, which might look a bit counterproductive, because it's a train and a car engine wouldn't really make sense there, right? So over here we're just gonna do the same trick, bumping into him once. Oh no, I can't even make it this time because I was too slow. Yeah, there you go. Bit of derailing.
That's how it looked like if you derail.
Just slowing down to like 80 kilometers per hour, which is fine though. We'll catch up again and then we'll be able to finish it the intended way, because it's scripted. So yeah. Other than that, it's basically it right now. If there are any donations, then go for it.
There aren't, but this one's so hype. You guys should definitely donate.
Oh yeah, for the multi-track.
So over in that section at the bottom, I already did it in the first one. Basically, you can go full speed through this corner without derailing. It might look like it, but we aren't. So all safe there.
That is true.
The story how we got onto this game is basically, I can't fully remember, but Kona was talking about Konasumi.
Yeah, he knew this game for like 5 years,
yeah,
and he never told us, and then he suddenly saw that, like, I have this new fucking, funny game. And yeah, we played it, and Lordmau5 and Kona did a blind run over this, and the last stage we couldn't figure out how to defeat it or to beat it. So yeah, we will tell you how to defeat it and beat it.
So Konasumi, I don't know about Konasumi, but I sure as hell had nightmares of the very last song. That's like the song of the very last stage. A long while, because we were on that stage for several hours and we just couldn't figure it out, because Oh, surprise, text is all in Japanese, and I don't speak any Japanese, so it's a bit tricky. There's probably some info in there on how to do certain things, right? I also didn't get the early trigger, apparently.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
So there's a possibility if you are really fast in this stage, you have to hit 2 triggers. And
could it be that I will not be able to make this?
Yeah, that could be. I don't know. It's not too bad though.
I'll
just restart it.
Yeah, I'll just go safe. Can have another go at the trick. So
if you derail too often, there are 2 triggers you have to hit, and you need to be very close to him. And if you're too far away, these triggers are not triggering, and you can't defeat this stage. It's not a big of a deal if you like.
It's because I derailed in that one station, even though I braked. It's like why I mentioned.
The estimate is that high, even though he messes this up 2 or 3 times, he should still be in the estimate.
It's a very okay estimate that I said there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try this trick again. Alright, full speed.
Maybe he gets this trick now.
Okay.
This trick is like, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. This looks pretty well.
Yeah.
So yeah. So we haven't explained what actually happened there. So in the anime of Initial D, when you race against Nakazato, or when Takumi races him, Kaisuke and Ryosuke are following you and have a better view from behind. So what happens here is they're starred, but immediately when the cutscenes end, they disappear. So we never figured out that if in the cutscenes they hit you and they have actually physics and collisions, they can hit you from behind and give you a massive speed boost. So yeah, we just exploit that.
We're also exploiting that speed boost in the next stage after this one, which is a bit more insane than this. Ah, I forgot about this trick. Yeah. See, this is why commentary is sometimes bad, because you just forget certain things.
Yeah.
That's fine, we're still up ahead. Way up ahead.
And we got so many new tricks in the 100% category that he's not used to, so I was trying to train him for an hour how all the new strats work, so...
Trying to train me, right?
Yeah. That was the pun.
Ah. Okay.
So because we're so fast, we have to stop or brake, go slower, in a speedrun, go slow. That he is actually catching up to you, since we want to hit these 2 triggers.
He's already there.
Yeah, he's already there, because you derailed there, so...
Yeah.
Just brake for a little bit and you should be fine. So we're just waiting that Nakazato catches up.
Yeah, that should be fine. I think? I hope?
Yeah, this looks fine.
Yeah.
But at least we can enjoy more of the song.
That's a good song. The whole soundtrack of this game is good.
The only thing I understand in that song is Kiwi for some reason, and Kiwi is actually also a runner of this game. So I don't know why I understand it, but it's like that.
Okay.
Make sure to brake there a little bit harder.
There we go.
Perfect.
That looks a bit better.
So now they're like freaking out. Oh my god, how can he catch up and stuff? But of course, Takumi is great.
Takumi is a great racer, yeah. Always able to adapt. There we go. This is the first cutscene that was supposed to happen, which didn't before.
And he's like, oh my god, how can he catch up? And nani? And then, I mean, we're so insane. And then he's like, oh my god, this is impossible, I've never happened before. I'm the best driver in the world. So yeah, we just exploited a bit and...
Okay, and now he's just going really nuts, like, Nani? How is he still able to catch up? And I'll let this cutscene play for a bit, because we need to wait a bit anyway, due to it there being a slowdown, otherwise we would have a huge slowdown in the next stage. And now he's going way over, and he's actually blowing his engine up. which is interesting.
Yeah, he's trying to over-accelerate his engine to go full potential, but he was still accelerating with his turbo nitro thing, and then his engine just blows up. Since we know a car engine in a train is not good.
Okay. Up next we have Shingo Shoji. We are driving a different track this time around. And, well, it's basically the only time you'll see Shingo is now.
You actually never see him. You're just gone.
There you go, his train. And there we go, and now we switch over, and now we'll let us bump.
So literally what we're doing there is we try to get as early as possible on his lane and let him bump us. And while multi-track drifting, we have so much stability that we can't derail. Since you need to know that this is a gun tape deathmatch, so we only have limited access to our steering wheel in our train, of course.
Beanbag, by the way?
Yeah, that was a gold's locker room, and we just drive through. So if you want to know why. Okay. And if you play this casually, you would derail. You see our cards are all red. That would mean we would derail. So every single time we would derail there if we drive normally there. But with the speed boost, we're so far ahead and can just multi-track drift all the time. Since casually, Shingo would be right next to you, so there's no chance whatsoever to multi-track drift. And we just exploit this and go 220 kilometers per hour. So no worries.
Okay. So over here we'll also just
fly a bit.
Yeah. And this is a pretty fast downhill section, so if you like speed, this and the one at the end is what you are really gonna have fun at, say it like that. So over here we have cutscene overlaps again, and down there at the end we need to switch back to our lane, otherwise we would derail. So this is check over here. No! Okay, we're still good. Okay, so what I tried there, I was a bit too late, is switch to my lane again, because otherwise this would happen. So the other thing there is basically if I would have stayed in the multi-track, I would have gotten the self-propelled impossibility, which is not really something you want to have, because otherwise I'd need to restart again.
Keep in mind that he's catching up with you right now.
Kinda.
He will bump into you again, so potentially it can happen.
He will give me a speed boost again, right?
He can, yes.
Oh. But only in the first card, wasn't it?
Only the first card. He's just going through the other cards. He doesn't care.
Okay. Don't see him yet. But yeah, usually we're also going pretty fast over here with like way more than 160. I don't see him yet.
So he was actually trying to maintain his speed in a 90 degrees turn, which normally not possible, but if you multi-track drift to the right side at the frame perfect moment, you can maintain your 220 kilometers per hour multi-track through a 90 degrees turn, which is...
There he is.
He's coming?
Yep. Saw him, yeah. Might be fine though. No? Okay. So we're also going pretty fast here. It's a nice angle.
So next up is there like a lot of sharp turns, but while multi-track drifting, we can just go immediately super fast through this.
Oh, super fast, quote unquote.
Yeah, normally you go with like 280.
Yeah.
Through this.
Which looks way more insane on that speed.
Yeah. But imagine if you're like driving a train in real life, or you're taking a ride, and your train does this through these turns. I mean, I would be scared.
We would have faster trains that way in Germany. Maybe they'd be on time. I don't know.
At least as a train conductor, we would always be on time here.
Preferably. Unless I do self-propelled impossibilities. Anyway, that's basically it for this stage. So up next we have a different kind of train.
Yeah, we explain what happens there. So Shingo is of course frustrated, and he's trying everything to win, and that's what he's trying.
So he's trying to ram us here, but he misses, which means he crashes and just flies off into space.
See you
Because
later!
why not?
There we also have flying trains, which is actually a thing in a different game of this game. In this series.
So yeah, up next would in any percent be the last stage, Ryosuke. But oh yeah, we don't have anything finished. Cool. So now we're going for what we call it again?
Mass Bunta.
Mass Bunta.
The lean train. So yeah, different from all other trains is that this train can't multi-track drift. Only the passengers in the train can lean to the left or to the right, since this train is the fastest train in the whole game. And if you're going to the left, if every passenger goes to the left or lean to the left, and we're going to a left turn, the physics or like gravity is trying to push us to the outside, and because everyone is leaning to the left, we're still stable and can go through through these turns.
I do have to say, it's hard. The first corner isn't really that intense, but for all the other corners, I need the whole audience to also lean in every direction. Okay? I will tell you which direction we need to lean.
Also, there are cutscenes playing, but if you just changed your view, they're interrupted for some reason, so they're not playing.
This one, for example.
If you just change the view, everything else works, but the cutscene is just skipped. It does not save any time, unless the last cutscene.
Okay. So right, and back straight, and left,
and back
straight again. All right. Looks like we didn't derail so far, so that's good.
So yeah, in this stage, if you derail once, it's over.
Yeah.
So you need to drive perfectly here, unless you can't win otherwise. So.
It's very good. Voice acting is super good in this game. They got voice actors that are really close to the original from Initial D. So yeah, that's.
So I have no idea what happens. I can't read Japanese, so.
This context is so weird.
Sorry, a funny fact. Later on, there is
right, and left immediately. Oh shit!
You derailed.
Okay.
Happens.
Was too fast, yeah.
We were just too heavy. We were too heavy.
Okay, let's give this another go. If I could select the stage. So you can't use the D-pad to select the stages. That's weird. But only
you can?
You can't.
You can't, huh?
No. Maybe we needed the good luck on the first corner for everyone to lean as well.
Yeah, maybe.
Can also.
Good song, by the way.
If you have epilepsy, don't look. I should have said that before I did that, I think.
So yeah, if the chat has actually questions about this game, feel free to ask, since we have a lot of downtime
during the next
stage. So if you have any questions, also here,
now.
So
you can pull up. Yeah, you get chat.
I have chat here. Oh yeah, left, everyone.
And we can go straight again.
Perfect.
Right.
Good job.
It's like one or two songs in this game that it's like
someone is asking, why is this game not on Steam with 1 million downloads?
Because it's difficult for Jinushi to
Put
go
it
through
on
all
Steam.
the like Steam stuff.
To the right, leaning to the right, and to the left. And perfect. Good job. Since this is a doujin game, it is basically a fan game.
Yeah, it was released at Comic Cat, I don't know, somewhere 2010?
Yeah, it's a 2010 game.
Yeah.
So, because of copyright stuff, he can't put it on Steam, but it is available now, since we asked for him, on a different site where you can download a digital copy of it, where you can buy it actually with PayPal, and the site is on English, since to get this game originally, you have to go to a Japanese website, paying with some credit card and be Japanese citizens and all that stuff, so he was helping us.
Okay. Right again?
And then left.
Okay, we did it!
We got it!
Nice, okay. There's still more to come, don't worry, there's still more. You're doing a great job though. Glad to have you as my passengers today.
Is this manga popular in Japan? The game is super popular in Japan though.
Okay, so up here we can also skip the
Yeah, if you
cutscene.
skip the cutscene.
Very interesting, they're actually looking at the train now, but they're looking up front, it's also cool.
So, what happens in this cutscene? Normally you would lean to the left, but if you don't do it,
You do need to lean in a bit.
yeah, we need to lean. But if you don't do it, nothing happens. And right after the cutscene, you lean to the left.
Left.
Go left, left, left.
Oh, what?
You
I messed it
derailed.
up again.
I don't know. Feels bad, man.
Okay,
But-
we'll be able to do this, don't worry. I got backup saves in the worst case, so if tech tells me to just move on with the next stage, we can easily do that.
Yeah. So.
Or do you want more Eurobeat?
more Eurobeat?
Okay,
Perfect.
okay. I'll focus now. It's not like I did that before.
So yeah, we can skip a cutscene there. If you lean to the left, Takumi is actually asking every passenger to lean to the left, and then a funky, cool cutscene would play. But because we're skipping that, we save 10 seconds.
Which means we're not gonna do it just to be safe now. Okay? Good. So you'll see the cutscene, that's the point of
What?
this. Yes! We already lost a lot of time due to me.
How can you? You know
Play
what
so well.
happens if you don't do it, right?
Well, yeah. Left, which is a long left.
It's a very long left. There we go.
That's very good.
Perfect.
I
So,
mean, I'll be showing the cutscene, that's what I mean, and
yeah, so
actually do it the intended way.
if you do it the intended way and every passenger leans to the left, you've seen that there's a bridge coming up before he derailed. Everyone is asked to go back to the middle, but there's an old man and he's not fast. And he's trying to go back into the train, but he can't make it in time, so he
Right.
gets hit by the bridge.
Left?
So,
Okay.
doing it intentionally, he's killing an old man.
Well, we'll see about that.
So we always try to...
You never know, he might still be alive after being decapitated. Hello?
I don't know.
We don't know how the human body works, especially not in a video game, right?
That's true.
So we do have people that got us translations as well. So for any percent levels, we have English translations already, but they mess up the other stages.
So yeah, we
Also,
translated
right?
the 4 main stages.
Left
And left. Perfect.
Okay. Just
We
being a bit
translated the
longer.
4 main stages from Japanese to English. But if you combine the English translations and the Japanese in one file, so since we have the 3 bonus stages not translated, everyone would just put out question marks instead of text. So I don't know why it happens.
Yeah, okay.
And they're like, oh god, we need the help of everyone, and then we just lean to the left,
There you
and
go.
then everyone is helping. This is how it looks like.
Oh yeah, left by the way.
And then go
And now-
straight to the middle again.
We need to go to the middle, because
But-
there's an old man.
Yeah, but apparently the old man is too slow to get in. And yeah, he gets hit by the bridge.
He's not getting it, he misses it.
That's
From
what
from what I understand there. Otherwise he would, yeah. Be it. Okay.
we made it. Let's go.
Finally, first try.
The first try, of course. And we have no idea why there's masked Bunta. So why is Bunta wearing a mask? No clue.
There we go. Okay. So up next we have the stage where we also can answer a lot of questions.
So yeah. If you have more questions, feel free to ask them. We have like 5 minutes to answer them.
Hanky, you ever played this game? Okay. Okay.
So we're going to teach you now how to speedrun this game.
It's easy, don't worry.
It's pretty easy. So this is the hardest stage in the whole game, and Heinke is going to play it.
Okay. Okay, so for now, hold the A button and wait for more instructions. Okay.
Oh yeah, by the way, we are driving on a railroad with a car, so...
So yeah, if there's any questions, just go ahead and ask.
So this is mainly a stage about the filler episodes of the manga, so funny things happens in there. And also listen to the background music. Listen to it very closely.
It's a very good song that we have in the background. Maybe someone in chat will notice, or... I don't know, is there any audio here? Probably. You're doing pretty good so far. Natural speedrunner.
Good song, by the way. No one has asked questions. Can barely hear the music. Never gonna give you up. You're right! Woo! This is the Eurobeat version of Never Gonna Give You Up.
Bye, Rick Astley.
Normally they would play a different song. And yeah, she's wearing a bikini because they're on some beach. So, TOS, please.
This whole lore, I still don't understand what is happening in this stage.
No clue.
So weird.
Normally they would play a different song, but since we figured out you can modify this game via Excel.
Well, and OGG files and structure.
Yeah, Excel is actually a good hacking tool, by the way. So we modified some songs just for the marathon.
Why does this game exist? Why doesn't it? Next question.
Next question.
Basically, parodies are always good. Why wouldn't they be there? How did you find this game? We talked about that before. Basically, I stumbled upon it by accident through the meme, the multi-track drifting meme. And basically beforehand, Kona knew about it already, like Konasumi, another runner.
Oh yeah,
what are you
spinning.
doing? No, Heinke! That's all good.
Press A, yeah.
Just messing with you.
Yeah, that's good, that's good. You're doing pretty good.
Okay.
I told you, it's very hard. Oh yeah, Nakazato is, by the way, a police officer, and he's just trying to help
Getting back on
someone.
the question, how did we find this game? Basically by accident, let's say like that.
You basically rickroll 2,500 people at the same time right now.
Yeah, that's a good achievement. Can sign that off my list.
Achievement unlocked.
Is this what having a fever dream is like? Probably.
I would like to.
I have a quick donation.
Yeah, go for it.
We have a $10 donation from BBF who says, "Is this literally Trainwreck percent? Watching this in the audience is pretty tilting. Haha." Thanks for the $10.
Oh, important trick is coming up, Heinke. Press A.
Yeah, just hold A.
Hold it, hold it. Yeah, doing good, pretty good.
So good.
There's actually an intended strat to overtake him, and that saves 10 seconds, but it's the hardest trick in the whole game.
Yeah,
So
even harder than what we had before, which was apparently already really hard.
If you go for world record times, you have to do this, unless you have no chance on the world record, since the world record is based on a few seconds.
Why are you wearing formals? We're train conductors.
Because train drifting is a serious business.
Are there more speedrunners than you guys? Oh yeah, one more apparently. Other than that, we have a... Yeah, you. How many do we have on the leaderboard?
7?
I think so, yeah.
We don't have many runners because it was very difficult to get this game.
Yes.
So.
That especially. Will there be a professional esports competitions for this game?
Right, by the way.
We don't know yet. Who's the manga artist? If I remember correctly, MEXJP or MaxJP. You should be able to find it if you Google MaxJP and Densha DD.
Oh look, Heinke, you're overtaking him.
There's like around 45 chapters of this already, or 46. It's very insane.
Dude, Hanki's winning.
Really? Nice.
Oh my god, he actually did it.
Seems like it.
Hey, you won, man. Natural speedrunner.
Gotta switch again though, I'm sorry. Okay. So up next we have more speed boost and Bunta again.
Oh yeah.
This is the pre-last stage.
So this is the stage we figure out you can go the fastest. Since we explained you what happens when you're using the Nakazato train and the turbo boost, so we see how it actually works and how fast you can actually go in this game.
Okay. Okay, now he's rubber banding a bit.
Yeah,
Well,
look at
basically-
the speed that will happen now. Oh, we are 260 kilometers, no problem, man.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, nearly 300 kilometers.
over
Over 300. Okay.
There you
Well,
go.
320? 320 kilometers per hour, no problem. Normally the stage is around 5 minutes 30 seconds long, but with this lovely trick, the stage is only 2 minutes and 30 seconds long. So we save 3 minutes.
Okay.
Question is, when's 420 speed?
420 speed is sadly not possible. The fastest that everyone got is 400 kilometers per hour. That was the fastest speed someone achieved
So far.
so far. So what normally happens there is, because Bunta is so close to Nakazato, since we're playing Nakazato now, he's actually trying to activate his boost. But we know if you not hold an acceleration, we can maintain that speed, and it would give us a 20 kilometers per hour boost. But we don't need that, since we're already off the charts.
Yeah. Bunta is firing his boost in just a second here.
Now Bunta is like, oh god, okay, I think I need to go serious, and activates his boost. But since we're like 320 kilometers fast, we're already in the goal when he's actually anywhere close. And you're actually going so fast, even while multi-track drifting, you can derail. So if you're not changing multi-track drifting there the whole time, you derail and self-propel impossibly.
Yeah.
And that was already the whole stage. And there's Bunta.
He's just crashing into us as well. So yeah, mentioning the other chapters. And up for the final fight with Ryosuke.
This is already the last stage.
Yeah. We can go for another run.
Another run? We can do any percent.
So yeah, this is a song where I got nightmares from.
Beautiful
I heard it
song.
so often.
So the difference between any percent and 100% in this particular stage is in any percent we have also a method to abuse the opponent to speed boost us, and this saves like 30 seconds. But in 100% we are forced to unlock all trains, and there are 2 triggers in this stage that we have to hit. This is basically you have to complete the stage normally, the intended way, to unlock the train. So we have to hit 2 triggers to unlock the train. So this is the only difference between any percent and 100% in this particular stage. Is track drifting possible in Japan? I mean, they're always on time, they don't have to multi-track drift.
Only the advanced do. Probably, I don't know. I haven't been to Japan yet.
In Germany it's not legal to multi-track drift with a train.
Well, okay, it's not legal yet. We should just pitch this to Deutsche Bahn, perhaps?
Yeah.
Maybe that way they would be on time here in Germany.
Shots fired. Okay.
This is, what is it? Underground train racing?
I think so, something like that.
Something like that.
Okay.
So if you not multi-track there, you're skipping a cutscene that saves 6 seconds. But the funny effect that happens if you are multi-track drifting in that cutscene to a specific way, you can let Ryosuke die, so he's self-propel impassibility. Even though your opponent self-propels, you lose.
Yeah. So over here is like, he's going way too fast, he has to brake, and then we're doing the emergency brake, which is the first trigger. I think... Oh, it's the only one.
It's the first trigger.
The first, yeah, my bad. At the end there's also one. But if we don't do this later on, he will not mess up, which you'll see in a bit.
So Ryosuke is a character that analyzes his opponent very much, and throughout the whole stages that we did, he analyzed us and what kind of mistakes and flaws and how we drive in certain turns. So since we were always going full speed in that turn, and we're now braking because Takumi is kind of scared and not confident enough to go full speed in that turn, his calculations are wrong, and so he just messes up with everything. That's the lore behind it.
Yeah, he miscalculates, and later on he's trying to also brake in the other corner, which is not necessary. Or rather, for him, it wouldn't be necessary.
Yeah, but he does it anyways, and
Yeah.
Takumi's just multi-track drifting through it, and he's like, NANI? And then we win.
I don't know how this will play out. Will he also mess up?
I don't know.
We didn't have this case before.
I had it, but I forgot it.
Maybe the trigger will come at a later point. Mario overestimate.
We already overestimate for 2
The
minutes.
trigger was supposed to come after the second corner there. And...
No, it's still fine so far. Just bump into him in the next turn and you should catch up again.
If he'll let me. Otherwise we need to restart the stage as well. Yeah, but I don't know if the trigger will play. We didn't have
The trigger is at the end of the stage.
No, he had another trigger there due to the miscalculation, remember?
No clue.
Can't even do this. See? No.
Just do it again. At least now we can sing the song.
Oh, it's a literal train wreck though, this race, run. As BBF already mentioned.
Thanks for the donation, by the way. Do a barrel roll. There's actually a thing that you can be on your opponent and multi-track while being on your opponent. It doesn't do anything. And we've seen that we've been a car in the meme Takumi stage that Heinke played very professionally. If you multi-track drift on his side and while multi-track drifting, he just drives through you. But if you go straight again with your car, you bump on him and can multi-track drift on your opponent. That's how you ride your opponent.
I doubted before, so sometimes I said I won't love anymore. I won't recall, I don't recall those memories. Easy to say you caught me by surprise. Call in the storm of their warm days and lies. I don't
know the lyrics.
I can't remember that as well.
Eat your broken heart, hold it close to mine, and I promise
I will never let you go. No, no.
Flowing sense of time, we are caught into the storm, into the eye. Flowing love of mine, Will I ever see you shine? We are in the flowing sands of time. We are caught into the storm, into the eye, flowing love of mine. Will I never see you shine?
There you go.
And then more text.
I once knew all the lyrics, but I don't know. I don't anymore.
Densha DD Lightning Stage, Sense of Time Densha DD version.
Yes.
Yes.
How about we do this stage properly this time? I guess that's a good goal, right?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay.
Overspeed.
Okay. Doing the emergency brake again. So yeah, the reason due to not knowing about the emergency brake once again is we didn't know what to do, and then I hit up the dev on Twitter, Jinushi, and sent some cryptic English messages back and forth, because his English isn't that good. Neither is my Japanese, so we both have something. And basically said, yeah, you need to break in this station. I was like, okay, well, let's go from the start through every station, translate what the station name is, and see if it fits. So yeah, then later on we figured out, oh, I need to do it there. Okay.
Because you need to know that Dustin got it by accident and Kona couldn't figure it out how it works. And then was like, hey, how did you do that? And he's like, I don't know, I played it just normally. And Kona couldn't figure it out for like 2 hours, and then we asked for that.
Yeah, and I couldn't reproduce it. That was the worst part. I got it by accident. I was like, I don't know, I got it. Help. So I will just go with the noob strats here, quote unquote, and just break in the corner.
Just break.
140 was what I needed to do again, right?
Just break a couple of times, you should be fine.
Yes. Much better. There you go, that's the first trigger. Or like the result of the first trigger. Where he mentions, I miscalculated myself. I didn't expect to that one corner to be like that. This one is way sharper or whatever. So that's the first one. And the second one is at the end. But this looks like a very good attempt now. So hope we'll be able to finish it within the next few minutes.
You're literally at the end of the stage.
Kinda.
Like
If I don't mess up.
3 turns left.
Yes.
You can also break there if you want to go completely safe.
Also, sometimes your train noises just vanish. There's an E-train now.
So yeah, the worst thing about this game is if you derail or self-propel at the end of the stage, or you mess something up at the end of the stage, you easily lose 5 minutes or 4 minutes. So, because there's no quick saving in this game. You have to replay the whole stage again. It looks easy, but it's not. This is also the last trigger. Second to last trigger. And now we have to do an outside drift, and look at this. This is so insane.
Nobody expects me to go from the outside.
Nani outside drifting? Impossible! And then yeah, Ryosuke is like, okay, I let this kid win.
Yeah. There we go, time. Why did I mess up so much?
I don't know.
This was horrendous.
That's marathon luck, I guess.
Yeah. So, I guess that's pretty much it from my side. We have a Discord which you can find on the speedrun.com page for this game in the resources tab. We have a lot of interested people in there, even those that work on autosplitters. I initially did the autosplitter for this game, whilst Smartkins, someone else that's playing this game, has improved it later on. And other than that, big shoutouts to Janushi for doing this game. Big shoutouts to Max JP, was him, for doing the manga. Also big shoutouts to everyone that did the songs, especially in this case Odyssey, T. Stebbins, whatever you know him as. And big shoutouts to my couch and the audience for helping me with that one stage.
Also, if you need a tutorial for this game to get into the speedrun, I made a tutorial for beginners, so even a brat can win this game.
Alright, that's it.
I promise I will never